of KV1 and 2 Kalpakkam, we bow ourselves in front of all the former principals present here and present elsewhere in the country. Now, I would like to invite one among the principals, Mrs. Sita Lakshmi. She has done her MSc Chemistry in IIT Madras. Having promoted to the post of principal, she first served in KV number 2 Kalpakkam from 1996 to 1998. During her tenure as principal, she had conducted various in-service courses very efficiently and successfully. Besides working in KV2 Kalpakkam, Madam has worked in a number of Kendriya Vidyalayas. A few of the Kendriya Vidyalayas are Island Ground, DRDO Bangalore, and finally she retired in the year 2009 from CLRI, Chennai. She is quite amiable, an able administrator, and
good evening to everybody. Honorable MP, Kanjipuram Constituency, Director and Chairman of the VMC of the Vidyalayas, Honorable Deputy Commissioner, Chennai Region, Principals, Mrs. Mrinalini and Mr. Tambidurai, the retired principals, nominee chairmen, the staff of KV1 and KV2, parents and my dear students. At the outset, I deem it a privilege to be given this opportunity of participating in the most important phase of KVS, a milestone that is the Golden Jubilee celebration this year. My being present here today, years after my retirement, shows that KVS is one big family and we would be always a part of this cohesive family. I started my innings as the principal at KV number 2 Sadras in 1996 after serving as PGT Chemistry in Kendriya Vidyalaya IIT Chennai. Being my first posting as principal and the fact that this was a school in the campus, I was slightly apprehensive. But the training that I received here helped me immensely in my career afterwards. I was given a very warm welcome, accepted, and was given cooperation by a very dedicated team of staff. I could seek guidance from the senior principal of the neighboring school, Mr. Udayamurthy at that time, and also the high level of motivation by the Vidyalaya Management Committee and especially the chairman helped me to resolve many issues. With highly receptive students to add to the combination, I must say that I learned a lot from this campus. It is true that KVS provides education for life, but it's not only to the students, but also to every member of the organization. Thanks to KVS, I'm happy I have discharged all the duties assigned to me ably and efficiently, and thanks to the training I received during my service from KVS, till date it helped me stand out in academics and administration in a society outside KVS. With these nostalgic memories, once again I thank the authorities for giving me this opportunity, and I thank especially the principals of the Vidyalaya who have invited me to this function today. I am proud of being part of today's great function. Thank you very much.
respected chairman of this evening function, revered Commissioner, Deputy Commissioner, KVS Chennai Region, Principal, staff and students of KV1 and 2. At the outset, I am grateful to all of you for giving me this honor to be here with you and share the joy of these 50 years celebrations. And my job has been done easier by the people who spoke before me and also those who are given introduction in Hindi and English. Kendriya Vidyalaya has started with a purpose, and it is only today, after 50 years, we have 1,100 schools. But whereas in the map of education, there is lakhs and lakhs of schools. But during the 50 years, the KVS has to make its mark, had to compete with the great stalwarts in every city. 1954, 20 schools were taken. I joined in 65 and I completed 33 years in KVS, and I was here for 5 years, 91 to 96. I fully agree with Mr. Sambitharai, the present principal. Thus, this place has got a unique privilege for the principal to work, and it is a pleasure to work with a community of eminent scientists who give all their cooperation. And it is a benevolent management. Whatever you ask, the management is ready to give, including 100% quarters for the staff. This is a big problem in every other station, whereas everyone who comes here is given accommodation immediately and the chairman will tell them.
Welcome. And it's my great pleasure, I take great pleasure in giving a special word of welcome on our behalf to our special guest today, Sri Avinash Dikshit and Sri P. Viswanathan, who have, amidst their busy schedule, found time to join us and grace this occasion. It's indeed a momentous occasion for the Kendriya Vidyalayas at Kalpakam. It's quite appropriate that we have today the august presence of these two eminent personalities to have a befitting conclusion to the Golden Jubilee of the celebration of Sankirtan. Interestingly, only this evening I came to know that the Sankirtan was registered as a society on the 15th of December, exactly 50 years ago. Therefore, today we stand exactly on the last day of the 50th year of Sankirtan. And somehow it was a very happy coincidence that we have chosen today for the function. When we thought of organizing this program, the two names which came to our mind immediately were those of Sri Avinash Dikshit and Sri P. Viswanathan, for very obvious reasons. First of all, they are both national figures. They represent the country's aspirations. Secondly, they are head of big families. One is the head of the Sankirtan family of over 11 lakh children and large number of teachers, over 1,000 schools. And the other, P. Viswanathan, is again a head of the family of the constituency. And it is their benevolent support and guidance that have helped us to provide good education to the children of Kalpakam. I must mention that when I wrote to them, very spontaneously they had agreed to join us here, and we are extremely grateful to them for accepting the invitation and gracing the occasion. I have been a resident of Kalpakam for over 35 years now, and the KV1 was already functioning when I entered Kalpakam in 1978, and KV2 started some years later. But I have seen personally the KV here grow from strength to strength, and it's a matter of pride for me to have been associated with the KVs at Kalpakam in the capacity of a parent first, a member of the VMC later, and now the chairman of VMC. the Kendriya Vidyalayas have produced some of the best scientists, technocrats, artists and sportsmen for the country. On their part, the Kendriya Vidyalayas in Kalpakkam have also had a long history of excellence dating back to 3 decades. And it's an opportune time for the Kalpakkam community to pay its respect to the Sangathan for shaping the career and character of a large number of its members. One speaker mentioned before me that the Sangathan is a springboard for national integration. I think this is most true probably of a place like Kalpakkam, where we have residents and employees from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Arunachal Pradesh to Rajasthan, all living together and sharing their knowledge and growing their children through the Sangathan. The Kalpakkam KVs have in particular excelled in the performance quite regularly. And one of the students, I remember, also stood first in the KV school the entire Asia. We are thus particularly grateful to the current faculty as well as the former principals and staff of the schools to have joined us today to accept our salutation. The presence of the former faculty and students is an indicator of the special place in their mind for the Kalpakkam KV. We are grateful to them, particularly Mr. Sita Lakshmi, Mr. Uday Murthy and Mr. Sheshadrinath for joining us today. It's very significant that the Golden Jubilee of the Sangathan has coincided with 75 years of discovery of nuclear fission. We at Kalpakkam are engaged in harnessing fission energy and developing technologies for providing energy security in the country. I can say that the Kendriya Vidyalayas are providing intellectual security to the country by providing quality human resources. With a focus of all-round development of the students by the KV system, the inputs from the KVs have formed an excellent part of our human resources, as exemplified by some of the alumni who are present here. Personally, I must acknowledge that both my daughters studied in KV1, and it's not an exaggeration to say that their personality was molded to a great extent by the KV system. In addition to the BAE staff, a number of service organizations under the government, as well as private sector, and also the neighborhood here have benefited immensely by the presence of the KVs. And it's not an exaggeration to mention that there's a large demand for a seat in the KV schools, which in itself shows that people here look upon KVs as the primary option for the all-round development of the faculties at their wards. It's not necessary for me to emphasize the importance of education for the country's progress. History is replete with enough instances where people were molded by the teachers. Only those nations which have progressed, which have given a strong support to the educational system, and particularly the education of girl children. It is really heartening that the admission system of the KV provides for elevating single girl children and also the 4 children under the RPE provision. This will augur well for the country. We are aware that the Sangathan, under the leadership of Shri Dikshit, is taking several measures to enhance the educational system that would contribute immensely in elevating the status of our country in all domains, and in particular the domain of science and technology. On behalf of the Department of Atomic Energy Units at Kalpakkam, I wish to convey my felicitations to the Commissioner, to the Deputy Commissioner, the staff and principals and students of the Kendriya Vidyalayas on this special occasion. And I also wish to convey to the Commissioner that our department will continue to support the Kendriya Vidyalaya in all its endeavors, and in turn we equally keenly look forward to the continued support of Sangathan towards providing quality education to not only the department staff but also to service organizations and neighborhood. Before closing, I must also convey my hearty welcome and gratitude once again to the eminent dignitaries on the occasion, and I must also acknowledge the excellent support and organizational help provided by Shri Satyamurthy and Dr. Madhuri in organizing this function. In fact, they have carried out all the organizational efforts, and I am here before you representing them and representing all the units. I thank you once again.
Speech. Our chairman is a man of magnanimity. He knows the value of educational institutions. His earnest succor and assistance have helped us, both the Kendriya Vidyalayas, to earn a name among other Kendriya Vidyalayas of the region. Thank you for your support, sir. Shri P. Vishwanathan from Kanchipuram constituency to address us.
Hello.
எல்லோருக்கும் என் அன்பான நல்வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்வதிலே நான் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். இந்த விழாவினுடைய தலைவர் மிஸ்டர் அவினாஷ் தீக்ஷித் அவர்களே, இந்த விழாவிலே கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற ஐஜி கார் சேர்மன் பிஎம்சி சயின்டிஸ்ட் டாக்டர் PR வாசுதேவராவ் அவர்களே, மிஸ்டர் என்ஆர் முரளி அவர்களே, கேந்திர வித்யாலயா 1, கேந்திர வித்யாலயா 2, both schools principals, என் அன்பிற்கினிய மிஸ்டர் தம்பிதுரை அவர்களே, மேடம் நிர்லானி அவர்களே, மற்றும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியிலே கேந்திர வித்யாலயா சங்கத்தின் பள்ளியினுடைய 50th கோல்டன் ஜூபிலி செலிப்ரேஷன் விழாவிலே கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற டீச்சர்ஸ், பேரண்ட்ஸ், ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் மற்றும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியிலே என்னோடு கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கிற லோக்கல் பஞ்சாயத்து வில்லேஜ் பிரசிடென்ட்ஸ் மிஸ்டர் அசோகன், மிஸ்டர் பன்னீர் செல்வன், மிஸ்டர் ஹுசேன், மிஸ்டர் OMB சரவணன், மிஸ்டர் ஷெரீப், மிஸ்டர் பால்ராஜ், உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் கேந்திர வித்யாலயா பள்ளியினுடைய கோல்டன் ஜூபிலி விழாவிலே கலந்து கொள்வதில் நான் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன், பெருமை கொள்ளுகிறேன். இந்த விழாவிலே நான் கலந்து கொள்வது என்பது எனக்கு மிகப்பெரிய மகிழ்ச்சியை தருகிறது. இந்தியாவினுடைய பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் டாக்டர் மன்மோகன் சிங் அவர்கள் இந்த ஆண்டினுடைய தொடக்கத்தில் கேந்திர வித்யாலயா பள்ளியினுடைய கோல்டன் ஜூபிலி விழாவை தொடக்கி வைத்திருக்கிறார்கள் என்கிற ஒரு மகிழ்ச்சியான செய்தி என்பது எனக்கு பெருமையும் மகிழ்ச்சியும் அளிக்கிறது. இந்த கோல்டன் ஜூபிலியினுடைய நிறைவு விழாவில் Honorable Minister Human Resource Development, my good friend டாக்டர் பல்லம் ராஜு அவர்கள் டிசம்பர் எண்டில் நிறைவு விழாவிலே கலந்து கொள்கிறார்கள் என்பது எனக்கு மகிழ்ச்சியான தருணம். My dear students, teachers, parents and distinguished guests, நான் ஒரு கிராமத்து பள்ளியிலே படித்த மாணவன். நான் கான்வென்ட்டில் படித்த மாணவன் இல்லை. கிராமத்தில் தமிழ் மட்டுமே படித்த மாணவன். ஆனால் இந்த கான்ஸ்டிடியூன்சியினுடைய நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினராக தேர்வு செய்யப்பட்டு அநேகமாக 3 முறை இந்த கேந்திர வித்யாலயாவினுடைய பள்ளியினுடைய விழாவிலே கலந்து கொள்ளுகிற பொழுது, now I am not standing in front of you. I am not a member of parliament. Now I feel I am the parent of